This 27-year-old lady has managed to save 500,000 shillings in less than 2 years. Here is how she did it. Her story starts in 2020 when she was working as an accountant in the tourism industry. So the tourism industry was hard hit by the COVID pandemic. Many of her colleagues were let go, and for herself, she retained her job, but she had to go for many months without a salary. So she depleted her savings, and she decided whenever things would resume, whenever normalcy would resume, she would build an emergency fund that in such a way that she will never have to worry about losing her job or getting a delayed salary. So in May 2021, things were looking up, her salary was reinstated, and she started building an emergency fund, hoping to raise 300,000 by the end of December 2022. At that time, she was making 72,000 as the net salary, so she decided she will be saving 40% of it and living on 60%, otherwise known as the 60-40 budgeting rule. So she decided to be keeping her savings in a separate account from where she was keeping the salary. So she went to the same bank and opened a savings account where she was promised 3%, but her main aim was just to build the discipline of having the savings in a different place from her salary. So she started saving with about 28,000 and something, and she had made a free standing order. So on every 4th of the month, 28 and 800 shillings will go from her salary account to her savings account. And whenever she made some more money, she will deposit manually. So by September 2022, 5 months after she started saving, she had a total of 200,000 in savings. Her dad fell sick in September, and she had to step in. So she initially went and withdrew 20,000, which was needed to cater for the admission bills. However, as the sickness progressed, her dad needed more tests, and she had to go back and withdraw. After 3 days, she withdrew another 30,000. At the end of September, she cancelled the standing order because she was having to deal with other associated costs like hiring a caregiver for the dad. In mid-October, things were starting to settle down, and she wanted to resume making the savings standing order. She went to the bank and asked for a statement. However, she was surprised to learn that her savings did not qualify for any interest for that quarter, and she wanted to know why. When she asked for an explanation, the bank explained to her that for that bank account, there is a withdrawal limitation in the sense that you can only withdraw a maximum of once a quarter for you to qualify to earn interest. That is, you can only withdraw once every 3 months. So since she had withdrawn her money within a span of 3 months, she withdrew 2 times. During the dad's sickness, she did not qualify for any interest. It wasn't much interest, but she became very demoralized, and in October she did not make her savings. However, in November, she decided to withdraw all the money she had in that bank savings account and move it to her current account, since she did not see any sense in having it. So in November, she withdrew the 150,000 that was in the savings account, and she moved it to the salary account, and she decided in every month, out of her salary, she will be retaining 28,800 to use for her savings. So she did this in November and in December. In December, she was attending a workshop on personal finance where the moderator kept reiterating the need for having a digital savings account. And one of the examples cited by the moderators was the ABSA digital savings account, which they mentioned was one of the earliest digital savings accounts in Kenya. So in January, she decided to move her savings to the ABSA digital savings account. So at this point, at the beginning of January, she had saved a total of 272,000, both from her savings and from any other income she was making on the side. At that time, the ABSA digital savings account was paying an interest of 7%, and if you withdraw more than once in a quarter, you will get an interest of 3.5% without losing all your interest, as had been the case earlier with the other bank. So She saved in the first quarter. Her payout came out in March, and she was surprised to learn that she had earned about 5,000 shillings in interest, which motivated her to keep the money even longer. So she kept it for the second quarter. However, in June, the Absa digital savings account was revamped. Instead of paying out the interest on a quarterly basis, it was moved to every month. And the interest was upgraded from 7% to 9%. And also, from June 2023, with the Absa digital savings account, you can withdraw your savings in times of emergencies without losing the interest earned up to the point of withdrawal. Remember, after she moved the savings to the Absa digital savings account, she continued making the standing order, saving about 28,800 every month. So once the revamping happened, the interest increased. So in June and July alone, she earned about 7,000 in interest, pushing her total savings to 500,000, which is more over and above what she had intended when she was starting to build the emergency fund. If you are interested in the Absa digital savings account, Money254.co.ke has written about the account in detail. You can read about it and decide if it's a good account for you.